Right then, well, we're just going to do a few checks and make sure that everything's working okay. So if you can just let me know how my audio is sounding, I'd be very, very grateful. It should be okay. Is it loud enough? Is it too quiet, too loud? Let me know. Should be able to hear me nice and loud and clear. Hobby, if you're watching, can you give me a quick update on whether you think this is sounding okay? So let me know. Right. Okay, thanks everyone. Let me just get into the right channel. In the wrong channel. How you doing? Sunday evening, just gone 9 o'clock. In the UK, or it might be earlier or later, depending on where you are in the world. Right, okay. Just going to move these wires away from the pup because he'll chew them. And yeah, we've got some good stories tonight. There's quite a lot of weird stuff going on. I've not done one of these for a while. We're going to start doing these on a Sunday again, like we used to years ago. A Curious News show. Right, let me just give you a spanner wrench mark. Okay, so this is the Curious News. We have a little bit of intriguing, bizarre, different, just anything that intrigues me, basically. So there will be some paranormal in here, but there'll also be some just weird stuff. Right, I've sorted you out, Mark. Okay, we've got Fifth Grace and Tarot, who has come here on recommendation of Alan Edge, my YouTube husband. Not Terry Knowles Band again, Alan Edge. Terry Knowles Band again isn't even here, so I don't know why it's just come into my head. So thank you for being here, sweetheart. So we've got Tarot Fifth. I'm going to have to think. I'm just going to call you Grace, if that's okay. Alan Edge, my YouTube husband. We got Devil himself, Matt, Sing Blue Silver, Brum Vixen, Mr. Steve. Nikki's here, Brum Vixen, Stephen Worrell, Sounds Good Wife. How many more bloody YouTube husbands do I have? Candice, Rach, Hoppers, Brum Vixen, Jenna's here, Linda. What, we've got a full house. This is amazing. I've missed you guys. Joel C, lovely, Jubbler, Linda's here. Space Cat Lee and Lost Light Our Souls even. Awesome. 33 watching, Illuminati confirmed. Let's get down with it. So there's a lot to unpack, okay? We haven't done one of these for a while, but I do think we need to get back into a weekly routine of one of these shows. There is so much weirdness going on. So I've got some really interesting stories, some silly stories, some bizarre stories, some spooky stories, and we've got some UFO videos as well. Hi Candice, hi Carlos, big up, big up. So we've got some UFO videos as well I'd like to get your opinions on. So let's get into it. Right. Let's start off with some werewolf. Now apparently, and this is from I think this is from like last month, because I've not been doing these for a while. There will be some that have been a while ago. By the way, if you're watching, please hit the like button if you don't mind. It's free, it costs you nothing, and it does really help my little channel. Right, let's have a look. You should be able to get this on your screens now. There we go. So apparently, oh my God, these ads really pee me off. Right, apparently, no thank you. This is in the Daily Star, so it must be real. Spine-chilling photo of a werewolf has been spotted in the UK as experts issue anonymous, I can't say that word, anonymous warning. Is that how you say it? Thanks, guys, for everyone hitting the like. Light Our Souls, good to see. Did you come over from Paz's channel? I'm trying to remember where I've seen you from. But welcome. If you want to join the membership, you can. If you join it now, you'll be in the draw for the end of month draw to win a £10 Amazon gift card. Or if you're in the US, I'll try and sort you out with an Amazon.com gift card. Can't be that hard, can it? To do an Amazon.com one. Right, I just want to change the colour a sec on my banner. I want it a bit darker. Why can't I get the right bloody shade of green? For God's sake. Can't get the staff one. I wanted to get it similar to the background, but I can't, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, 6 months. Space Cat's been a member. Thank you very, very much. How you doing, Linda? So yeah, so this story here is very, very intriguing. So let's have a quick gander. Just get rid of all this shit here. So Philip Kinsella, 56. A researcher and an author, so it's not even from some like random. This is from the end of June, so like just letting you know this is a couple of months old, but we haven't been. George has stolen Gizmo's chew. This is why I can't stream that much anymore. He's stolen Gizmo's chew, and now Gizmo's upset. A researcher and author took the spine-chilling photo of an 8-foot-tall shadowy figure emerging from a bridge near Bridlington. Oh my goodness, now. And it says here, an area associated with werewolf sightings. Now, do you remember me saying to you guys that where I live, just up around this area, is known as the Rudston Triangle, and you've got a monolith and you've got lots of different weird places, and there are many werewolf sightings across here, across the Yorkshire Moors as well, sorry, the North York Moors, and it's I can't explain it. You'd have to visit here to see what I'm saying. It is a very mystical region of England, and there are many werewolf sightings, and many say that the werewolf origin in England actually started up here. So it's interesting that this has been taken up by me. I go to Bridlington, but for the seaside. So this was taken there, that picture there. A paranormal researcher said he saw a towering humanoid figure in a remote British woodland. So there you go. You can see him on your screen right now. Hi, Joe. Hi, Tone. How you doing? Did you go on the... I've left my tea in the other room. Hang on a sec. I need me cuppa. I can't be doing this without me cuppa. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, back now. Hi, Wendy. How you doing? Has anyone seen Lucy Panther and Jan? I've not seen them for a few weeks. Hope they're okay. What's that, bud? Hmm? Did you forget you've had your pizza? Right, I'm happy now. I've got my tea. Okay. Hi, Peter. Looks more like the Bridlington Bigfoot out for a picnic, says Peter. Yeah, I hope Lucy's okay. I've not seen her for a while. I'll have to drop her a message, and Jan. Okay, so here you go. So this is the this photo. It's interesting though, isn't it? This person claims to have captured a towering humanoid. Now, this is really interesting. Do we have Freezy Peach in the house? If we do, Freezy Peach, look at this. This is where you went. Now, Danes Dyke is a really creepy area, and she actually went there, Freezy Peach did. She actually come and told us when she came back. She went there on her own that day. And it's an area near Bridlington in some very remote woodland. And to get to Danes Dyke, which is like an area off the beach, you have to go through a lot of woods. It's a good walk. This photo was taken there. Philip was exploring it with his twin brother Ronald when the spine-chilling photo was taken. So I'm keeping a lookout for her in the chat. If she does come in, let her know, because I might not see her come in. So the eerie image appeared to have an 8-foot tall shadowy figure with a strange glow around its head. Breezy, she might be in bed now, actually. It might be a bit late for her. Now, Philip assures everyone that he insists that there was nobody else around. Now, again, this is a researcher and an author, not some random, which gives it even more credence, in my opinion. He says, there was nothing there at all when I took it. That's what shocked me. People expect a werewolf to look like something from the movies. Gnarling. Oh, thank you. I think Joe sent a super sticker. Thank you, Joe. Sorry, I've just seen that. Thank you to Joe, and thank you to Jane. I really appreciate you. We'll be continuing the Can Series talk. Yes, I will be. And I've had an email as well from, was it from Jenna? I haven't even had a chance to look into that. It's been a bit crazy with the summer. As you know, I'm doing a lot in the summer with Jack, which is why I tend to not stream as much in the summer from home. I might do out and about more. So that's why I've not been doing it, but I will be doing more in the McCann series. Yes, Jane. I appreciate the question. Just give me a bit more. Just when the autumn comes in and I'm not outdoors as much and stuff. But yeah, I will be. Thank you. I've not done one of these shows for ages, months now. So I wanted to do one. So Stephen doesn't believe it. So she said it appears to be more human-like. Now, if you remember, these werewolves are said to be like shapeshifters. You know, from that, what's it called now? That place in the US. Skinwalker Ranch, that's it. They're supposed to be. Sorry, Jenna. Who was it now? I can't remember, but somebody anyway, I didn't read it properly because I was in the middle of something, but I will do. I will. I think that's a really clear picture. I would love to get, let me just text her quickly, just see if she's available, because I would really like to get her thoughts on this. I have said to her as well, I would love to get her on as well. I think she'd be great doing like a show with me. Especially, hi Grace, I was just about to say skinwalkers. Yeah. So Ellen Edge, is this your friend here? Because I'll give her a spanner if it's your friend. Just confirm that is your friend, please, Alan Edge. So yeah, it was on an outing with a fellow researcher. He'd taken him to the site due to the historic reports of werewolf sightings in the area. Danes Dyke is very, very creepy, honestly. I've not been, I've seen videos of it. And Jackie went there, and it is supposed to be so freaky. But thanks, Jane and Joe, for the super stickers. Appreciate that. Paul told us. Paul, hang on a minute. Hold on. Paul is right. Paul Sinclair is Free Speech's friend. Wow. Look, Paul Sinclair. Right. You need to come in, Free Speech. Yes, we are friends. Okay. Thank you, Alan Edge. Right. We need her in here because she's his friend. So they went actually to look for werewolves, and they ended up taking a picture of one. I don't know whether you guys believe that is real or not. There they are there. Brothers Philip and Ronald were exploring. So Paul wasn't there. So what's he got to do with the price of fish? How weird. So they were just in there. Right, it was an outing with fellow researcher Paul Sinclair who had taken him to the site. Okay. So there was 3 of them then. I don't know what you guys think of this. I think this is really, really interesting. He continues, it's a strange area, hard to explain. There's something weird about it. That is exactly what Free Speech said. I think you guys need to send me there. I need to go there and do a live stream. This is a really creepy woods, apparently. And Free Speech said she felt physically ill. And she wanted to go and have more, have a spooky experience, but she said it just felt wrong, and she had to get away. And I've never heard her say anything like that before. So really, really good to see you live, Penny. Take care, Stephen. Good to see you. Some have drawn comparisons to the infamous hitchhiker effect seen at America's Skinwalker Ranch, where paranormal phenomena supposedly follows visitors home. One touch by the singularity, it sticks to you. I bloody hope not. Maybe your energy tunes in. I didn't expect to see anything. I had no agenda. That is really interesting. I don't know how I managed to miss that story, to be honest with you, at the time. But there you go. We got it now. And that's the main thing. So, yeah. What an interesting one. Right. What's going on here? Why does my thing look tiny? Oh, man. I don't know. I'm obviously pressing buttons. I've not streamed on this channel for so long. Forgot how I have all my settings. It's not good, is it? It's not good. You can't get the stuff, man. You can't get the stuff. Right then. Okay. Now let's see what else we've got. Please hit the like, guys, if you don't mind. Be very grateful. Why does it keep changing colour? I don't want it to change colour. Don't know. Anyway, I'll sort it out after. Hi Yvonne, how are you doing, darling? So the audio's okay. I think I'll be joining you in a sec with that cuppa. Yeah, I've had it for ages, but it's in my Yeti mug. Al recommended them. So what we're going to do now, right? I'm going to show you some paranormal UFO videos, and I want your thoughts. Okay. So these ones have recently come out. I think these are on Twitter. And we've got some. George, you've had 2 walks today. You can't want another one, surely. So a little bit of details of the video I'm about to show you. We don't know we don't know where or when it was taken, but this has been sent in to a Twitter page. So let's have a look. I'm not convinced by this one, but I just want your opinions on what I'm going to show you now. So, hi Scully. Let's have a gander. So there's going to be about 3 or 4 of these, all right? Okay. I'm going to see if I can... Oh, that's George. Never work with animals or children, folks. Right, I'm going to slow it down because I don't think there's any sound anyway. But we've halved it. So someone's filmed this in the trees. They're saying it is a UFO. Yeah, have a look at the Yeti. I think mine, it's a massive tall thing. I'll have to put a picture up. Do you know what? I've had so many companies asking me to do like little ads for their stuff. And I've always said no. But you know, if it was something that I genuinely believed in, like I couldn't sit here and flog crypto or as any other VPN than the one I use, or something. I'd have to do, if it was something that I really liked and I used, then I will obviously recommend it. But if Yeti want to get in touch, I will very gladly advertise your mugs because they are very, very expensive, but very, very cool. Anyway, so we're gonna watch this video now. You get the lid on them and it lasts for 12 hours. Anyway, hi Yvonne, how's everyone doing? Please hit the like, guys. I really appreciate you. Right, so we're now going to watch this video and I want to know what you think. I've been watching stuff about the moon landing. I know. Do you know what? I've had so many requests to do a show on that. I've got a weird video for you in a minute regarding the moon. Anyway, let's have a look at this. So this is slowed down. So it was twice. Oh, there is music, isn't there? I don't like the stupid music. It's like there's no need for the stupid music. If there's audio, then yeah. Right, so we're just going to put this, I'm going to put it back to the natural speed, but I slowed it down. So we don't know where this was taken. All right, look how quick it's moving, okay? So it's obviously over some tower blocks in a city somewhere, but we don't know where. You're right, G-Dog. You okay, G-Dog? Wow. Now, to me, like, I'd like to get all your thoughts. If that was in somewhere like Israel or somewhere, then or Gaza, I would think, is that like a missile or something? But I don't know why they put. What do we think? Anyone got any thoughts on this? We don't know where it was taken. Unfortunately, I wish we did. Interesting. Let me see what people are saying in the comments. If anyone's no, there's no comments on that one. So yeah, I just wondered what people thought about that. I'm trying to get Penny down to 1 times 12 litre cup a day. I wonder why it's not. I wonder why my screen has gone like that so that my background's not in the background. Don't understand why it's. I've obviously pressed something. You know what I'm like, guys. You know, when it comes to technology, I'm not the greatest. When it comes to laptops, anyway. I'll sort it out after the stream. So what do people think then? Has anyone got any thoughts on that? It's all faked. Yeah, the moon landing was 1,000,000% faked, in my opinion. AI still thinks we went to the moon. Lee, can't get decent phone signal on Earth. I know, we can't. Like, for example, we can't speak to Africa right now in 2025. Hi, Saskia. 5th Elon and a guest on Joe Rogan. So we haven't got no one's got any thoughts on that then. Right, okay, we'll move on to another one. We're going to watch another alleged UFO video. What's the matter? AI, can you please come and play with these dogs because they want to play and I can't. Right, we've got another one coming in now, but it's buffering. Why is it doing that? Okay, so let's just get this one. So this one, we don't know when it was filmed, but we know where. The next video I'm going to show you was in Montana in the US of A. I don't know if we've got any audio on it. Let's have a look. Can you hear the boys? Okay, so this is Montana. Okay, I think it's this thing here. You ready? I think we're looking at this. You should be able to see it on your screens right now. We're going to put this big. Okay. Here we go. Oh, is she looking at that or not? So she's not. What's going on here? Why is she panning around? What was that in aid of? What the hell is that? But why would you pan all the way to the left? There's no audio on it, is there? Let's watch it again. Like, right, that's there. If this is, I call fake. Hi, is Glasgow Dave here? Hi, Glasgow Dave. How you doing, my friend? 44 watching. Saskia's here as well now. Oh, thank you, Dave. Please hit the like, guys, if you don't mind. It helps the algorithms on this channel. So I've been doing a lot with the boys that play fine. I've been doing a lot on my new channel, so I'm trying to get back on my mains. I don't stream often on Penny Bunny, but there will be a weekly quiz night going on. It'll be coming back next weekend. It's been a bit, well, hopefully it's been a bit manic during the holidays, as you know. So it should be back next Friday. Anyway, these two play fight. Hyacinth Blue Silver. I think this is fake, guys. Look, because why pan over there? Is that, what's that? Hang on a minute. What's that supposed to be? That's not the moon. It's square. What is that? It looks like a hole in the sky with a light coming out of it. But she's more I don't know why I keep saying she, more concerned about this black floating thing. AI, can you please come here and take the boys out the back, because they're play fighting and I can't concentrate. Interesting. So that was Montana. If that was me and I seen this, hi Lilybell, I would be more, I don't know, I just wouldn't be panning around the sky. I'd be doing a little bit more in-depth. I don't know what I'd do, but I'd do more than that. Anyway, so moving on. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, why we like that? Oh, why we like that? What is going on? What is going on? I think I've broke my actual stream, guys, because I've gone really little. That's really bizarre. Anyway, we can get the comments up again, but they're so tiny in the corner. Can you hear these dogs? AI, can you not hear these dogs? I can't stream with them play fighting next to the laptop. Look how small these comments are down here. Like, nobody could read that. It's just ridiculous. But we'll leave them up for shits and giggles. Okay, yeah, if we can all welcome Grace. Is it Grace? What do we call you, darling? Grace is a friend of Alan Edge, my YouTube husband. Jim Dandy, his name is now. Changes his name just to confuse me. So interesting. We'll get into another weird story and then we'll get back into the paranormal. We've got some silly boys. Will you stop it? AI, you need to come here right now and sort this out. You're pissing me off now. I can't concentrate. Every time I want to do anything, right, they're like two toddlers and I can't concentrate. Right, okay, we're going to get some more stories now, some weird stories. I think you'll like this one. Will you stop it? They're not fighting nastily, they just play fighting. Bloody hell, Notting Hill Carnival, 140 arrested, and today was so-called Family Day. Can you imagine what tomorrow's going to be like? Can you look after these dogs, please? Okay, now, this is an update on, do you remember those aliens in Peru? Do you remember that alien? And this, I find this really bizarre. Can you take them out the back, please? Now, this is the one where, if you remember, there was that mummified alien. And it was stolen, wasn't it? I can't remember who stole it now. One of the countries dug it up. And it was actually belonging to, oh gosh, who was it now? Hang on, let me have a look. And that UFO guy dug it up. And then they said it was a cake. Do you remember all this? Guys, if you weren't with us at the time, we've been following this story for quite a while.
Ginger Norwich,
Do one.
Hallowed ground. We joined Steve mid-game.
Oh
Just look at that technique.
Why is it playing ads? I don't want to play ads. Him. Do you remember? Him, E.T. This is so weird, right? So basically, yeah, Mystery of Peru's alien mummy solved. We've actually solved it now, allegedly. As scientists debate DNA bombshell. So in the heart of Peru, a gravedigger's discovery sparked a whirlwind of theories and debates. Mummified bodies with 3 fingers and toes left experts puzzled. Now, this was so weird. They said that it was, do you remember when they found eggs in the, gosh, tooth? Why does it keep doing that? Just stop. I can't, honestly, these websites are atrocious with all these ads. But he won't let me in with an ad blocker. He comes up with, you can't do it. Anyway, so they found, it's been 3 years now and we're still looking into it. That's crazy. So they found these like ET type things. And then they discovered that they thought it was a cake, if you remember. Then they said it was a cake. Then they said that the x-rays showed that there was eggs in their tummies. Do you remember all this? And then it turned out that the person who got it, it stole it from Peru, so we basically robbed them. And he was a allegedly discredited alien expert. Now, I don't know about you guys, okay? But the more that they try and discredit this, the more it looks real to me. Because why say it's a cake? Like, does that look like a cake to you? And then they came out and said it wasn't a cake. Hi, Blackjack. Yeah, they came out, Rach. Well, we've been covering it over the last 3 years on this channel, yeah? They said that there was eggs in it. I'll tell you what I'll do. Remind me, Space Cat, please, because I'll forget. To get all the articles going back 3 years with all the different stories, and I'll put it in a video so you can see the sequence of events. So it turned up and they said they didn't know what it was. Then they said it was a cake and it was a joke. Then they admitted it wasn't a cake and they found eggs in an x-ray. And then it went quiet for the past year. Okay. This is the latest. So a bizarre discovery in Peru has intrigued scientists and conspiracy theorists since 2015, when a gravedigger, they're calling him a gravedigger now, unearthed a series of mummified bodies inside a cave. The remains, notable for only having 3 fingers and toes, immediately set off wild speculation. Some insisted they were aliens. Others argued they could belong to a previously unknown human species, which is what I thought, while many experts dismissed them as nothing more than an elaborate hoax. Blimey, love. You got swollen feet there. So today, around 24, God, I didn't know there was that many. I thought there was only 2. Do you remember they put them on display in that video? Today, around 24 of the bodies are undergoing detailed scientific examination. I think if this was all a hoax, we wouldn't still be hearing about it for 3 years now. And they would have done DNA tests by now, surely. Do you know what I mean, though? You would think, wouldn't you? Wrong button. Yeah, these comments on the screen are just absolutely pointless. So it says here, researchers claim the mummies retain preserved tissue. There's no talk of cake. Tissue, muscles and organs, with one specimen believed to have been pregnant. Do you remember me telling you at the time of death with the little eggs? Jesse Michaels, podcast host of American Alchemy, recently visited the site and told the Daily Mail that his findings put the extraterrestrial theory to rest. So they're now saying it's not aliens again. I found no evidence that they are not from Earth, he said, suggesting instead that the mummies might represent a long-lost subterranean species. Hi, Dave. Sharing aid. Oh, I don't know. Don't look at the ads. The Express love their propaganda, their anti-Russian propaganda. Look the same as 8-year-old. It's all propaganda. Ignore the ads if you can. So here's some of them. Why is this one dressed? Look. What? Why has this one got a dress on? There's no way that they found these aliens in a dress. Come on. Look, it's got like a head robe on. It's got a bloody not a burqa, what they called, a hijab on. Oh, come on. Now, genuinely, right, I'm going to say, I think, right, that these are not from outer space. I think these are a previous race. I don't believe that we came from monkeys or apes or whatever. I don't believe it. I think it's nonsense, right? If we came from monkeys and apes, then there wouldn't be any apes left. It's just ridiculous. I think there are many, many, many species, whether they're living under in hollow earth, whether they're living across beyond Antarctica or whatever. I think there are giants. I think there are little people. And I believe that these are little people, and they might still exist in hollow earth or wherever, depending on what you believe. But I genuinely think that there is more to this, right? Because this, right, Peru apparently allegedly knew about these and they left them. And this guy went in, was it Argentina, wasn't it? He went in and he dug them up and took them back to Argentina, where he was from. And for 3 years now, there's been debate. Now, if these were fake, right? First of all, the Peruvian government wouldn't have come out and said that he stole them. If these were fake, that wouldn't have happened. Let's not forget that they actually had in the Argentinian, hi Jam, the Argentinians actually held a it was in like their parliament. They actually had a couple of specimens. We've watched all the videos. I need to get them together again. They actually had them with like their Congress, whatever you want to call it, in Argentina, and they were all looking at them. Okay, so this is not fake. They tried to say it was a cake, and then they said that they made that up. So I do believe that these are real, but I think that they are from another humanoid type species. Why one's dressed up, I don't know. It makes me think this is where Steven Spielberg got E.T. from. But this one here, I can't believe they've dressed this up, because if this is like some ancient like specimen, you wouldn't be dressing it, because just doing that could just fall apart. Do you not find that really bizarre? Is it just me? Oh, let's find an ancient, specimen from God knows when, and let's put a little dress on it. You know? I just find that bizarre. But what do I know? And it looks like a hijab as well. Okay, so let's read on. So apparently the Peruvian scientists who were demanding these back because they were from them deny the theory of ETs. So the genetic issue. So Michaels has also revealed that bioinformatics expert examined the publicly available DNA. Interesting. Publicly available. Does that mean that we can have a gander? Penny diversity, says Saskia. And discovered a genetic mutation linked to a congenital condition that causes digit deformities in humans, offering a possible natural explanation for their unusual autonomy. I don't think these are just throwbacks. Sorry. No. But I do believe that there are different species. Like, I just do, you know? And what we may see as a genetic deformation, deformation could be something that was supposed to be like, you get some humans with giantism. I had somebody at school that was a girl when she was 12, she was a size 13 shoe. Now, I don't know what that is in the US sizes, but it's big, right? I don't know any men that are a size 13. She was a 12-year-old girl. She was huge. She was big up and she was big wide. Now, she obviously had some sort of genetic thing going on. And you hear about people with giantism. Look at Andre the Giant, for example. I believe that these people are carrying down some sort of genetic trait from when we were much bigger. And I believe that there are still tribes of big people and of little people. I don't know where, living under us, or there could be islands that we've never discovered. I don't know. I'm going to read chat in a moment. Anyway, so this Elena Hardy has explained that she originally set out to falsify the hypothesis that a mutation could explain such anomalies. I found a list of 50 genes involved in the pathway, she said. There is a mutation in one of those genes called GLI3 that is associated with polydactyly. I can't say that. Polydactyly, the presence of extra digits, has previously been identified in archaeological remains in Peru, suggesting the condition was known in ancient times. Yeah, but extra, they've only got 3. So genetic analysis has shown that DNA samples from the mummies mostly align with human genetic profiles, despite the contamination and difficulties encountered with ancient remains. So there's a little video here. So let's just see what this is about. Hang on. We've got an ad, guys.
Well, you're looking out for the ones you love.
You all right, Dad?
Our one-to-one financial advisors are looking out for you. St. James's Place.
You can't hear it, hang on. Why can't I hear it? God, that's quiet. All 3 of them have the characteristics are closer to reptiles than humans. Wow. Right, so there's some videos here, look. I don't want an ad. Right, let me just get this ad out of the way and we'll have a look. But I do think that we need to cuppa and white chocolate digestives. Jenna is sorted. Let's have a quick gander at this video. It's only a couple of minutes long. I do think I need to put everything in the video. It's in Spanish. Well, we do have subtitles at least, don't we?
Whatever the money, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
There's been a lot of international interest in regards to this find, but surprisingly and remarkably,
it's only 2 minutes 57. So let's watch this video. I'll have a quick bit of my cuppa.
It's been very quiet here in Peru. We believe the government have been trying to pressure and maybe keeping this quiet. You know, you called that. You went to the Ministry of Culture today. Can you say anything about how that meeting went?
No, I sent a letter and I asked for this meeting because we wanted to present them before the press conference, all the information we had collected, all the evidences, all the scientists' analysis, and we couldn't do it. They said that we should send an email, and after a while they will answer to us. And I said, it's important you do it very fast because the bodies are in danger. The bodies are really being hurt by being outside. They need to be preserved. And they say, yeah, sure, we will. But that was all. I know that the attitude of the government, the Ministry of Culture, is just to reject this finding. This is really disturbing because the real victim here is the truth. And I think that the truth should go to the world. The people around the world deserves the truth about this.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been led to believe that what's going to be discussed tomorrow at the first international press announcement, that the information could potentially not just change the planet, but literally, the whole universe. I mean, at the end of the day, the information has got to come out, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's the plan, to present this to the world, and the world will decide how good is this investigation, how good the evidences are. And they are trying to stop this because they are fearful that this could be truth. They will have to rewritten the books of history. Everything we know should change or could change. I don't know. And it seems that it's too much for many, many people. And that is why, even without the evidence, even without the bodies, even without looking closely.
Right, I don't know who this dude is, but I wanted to look at these here. And we've got another ad. I'm trying to look at a quick video of these things so I can show you. So just skip ad, right.
Okay, they never been there, but they're talking on behalf of...
Right.
the person who found,
Es muy delicado porque es un asunto de huaquero.
Yes, this is a very delicate
We were determined.
place.
I'm trying to look for an actual video. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Cosicas vivas.
And they also saw live biological cellular?
No, células
entities.
Right.
There they are,
de
look.
este tamaño, 40 centímetros
This size
y de más de 2 metros.
and 2 meters.
Que sean
Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to keep an eye on this. I think this might deserve its own actual, like I say, a video, a deeper dive, because I think this is really, really bizarre. I don't know about you guys, but it just feels weird to me. I think if this wasn't real, this story would have gone away by now. I think the fact that they keep trying to bury it and it just keeps on coming back makes me more and more suspicious. Right, let's see what else we've got now. We've got time traveller now. We've got more proof in the Daily Star. Again, these are silly stories. The Curious News is not meant to be a serious news show. Take what you want from it. Some of them may be actually real. We don't know. Some of them may be not so much. Some of them, it's just a break away from the normal doom and gloom. So we try and keep this light-hearted, a bit of fun, you know, a bit silly. But then there might also be some serious paranormal or just bizarre stuff that is actually real. So anyway, this next story, a time traveller from 1959 has been spotted in a new Trump and Putin photo. So eagle-eyed online sleuths, is that what they call us? I think that's what we are. So eagle-eyed online sleuths have noted an odd detail involving an apparent time traveller in photos showing meetings between Donald Chubby Trump, and someone's missed the P off, Vladimir Putin, and another president. So when's this from? This is from today, this story. So I don't know when this photo was. If this is supposed to be, yeah, this is the most recent meeting by the looks of it. Right. How are we all doing in chat? Penny invited to Time Traveller's Party last Sunday. Oh no, I missed it. Meteor shower at the moment. Oh really? Pyramids as well. Yeah, the pyramids are just... I don't know. I don't know anymore what they are and who built them, but I'm still thinking giants. So sharp-eyed internet detectives, are we that guys, do you reckon, have spotted a peculiar detail involving what appears to be a time traveller in photos depicting encounters between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, as well as between Richard Nixon and Nikita Khrushchev. So the former president held talks with the Russian leader. Right. The US former president held talks during last week. What do you mean the former US president? He is the US president. What? Am I in some sort of twilight zone, or is Donald Trump not president anymore? What the hell? That's what this says. Look, This is from today. The former US president. No, something happened I don't know about. Held talks with Russian leader during the Alaska summit last week, where he attempted to negotiate terms for a peace agreement with the Kremlin chief. Throughout the discussions, during which Putin presented harsh conditions for peace, both leaders seemed amicable and occasionally warm towards each other. No, Nixon's dead. How could he be with the what do you mean, Nixon? No, there's a photo from 59, I think. But it says here the former president. No, Donald Trump is not the former president, okay? So a photograph from the encounter posted by Trump on Truth Social captured the moment he directed his finger straight at Putin's chest, whilst the Russian leader wore a knowing smile, with the translator apparently facilitating the exchange between them. Right, let me just get rid of these fucking things. Interesting shot there, okay? Now, there's Nixon in 59 with whoever that, I can't remember his name again, but that was the Russian leader at the time, but it was a USSR then, wasn't it? The US leaders appeared to make similar gestures in the photo. Okay. And he's laughing, look. Maybe that was just for a photo opportunity, yeah? To make him, yeah. The image was paired with another showing then President Nixon and Soviet leader Khrushchev, featuring a comparable finger pointing, whilst Trump seemed keen to draw parallels between his actions and those of his Republican predecessor. Apparently, as a display of authority, observant social media users highlighted another connection. Positioned centrally in both photographs were translators who bore a remarkable resemblance to one another. Hi Stephen, how you doing? So they're saying there's a time traveller in the photo. Let's have a look again at the photos. The unnamed individuals shared notably physical characteristics, including their hairstyles, facial structure, and attire. Specifically, a shirt, a suit, and a tie combination. Twitter user Carol Tehan remarked, a time traveller from the Nixon-Khrushchev encounter 1959 to the Trump-Putin Alaska Summit 2025, the striking resemblance of the two interpreters. So let's have a look. So you've got, right, I need to go to Twitter. For this. How are we all doing, guys? I hope you're okay. Let me know if you're glad to see the return of the Curious News. Are you still interested in this? Hi, Nanny Loves to Craft. Where's Nanny L? I forgot to drop her a message. I hope she's okay. Right. I've had to go to Twitter now because this is where the pictures are. Okay. So I'm going to read this story. Another user posted the same interpreter in both, not aged a day. So let me just get the picture up, right? So here's the picture. So they're saying, right, that this person and this person look the same, right? Let me just read on what was said. Can you guys see that okay? Body language specialist Judy James also spotted the likeness, explaining to the Mirror they even seemed to have booked a double of the guy who stood between the leaders back then to stand in the same spot with the same look of concern on his face, suggesting this is serious stuff. America adopted a containment approach towards the Soviet Union, which led to Washington confronting the spread of communism across various nations, including Vietnam, while supporting its adversaries such as in Afghanistan. So I don't know. What do you guys think? So this is the picture, right? I can't really zoom in anymore. It won't let me. It's actually better like that. So this woman here is saying that this man, now it could, they're saying that, were they just trying to remake the picture? It seems to me like they were just trying to remake it. Why he's agreed to this is beyond me. But this guy here is the translator. I don't think he looks like him. He's got a much wider nose, a much bigger squashed nose, like he's been punched in the nose a few times. He's got a pointy nose. He's got a receding hairline, and he's either got a toupee on or he's got no hairline. I don't see the, hi Jimmy, how you doing? Not been a Curious News in a long time. All streams appreciated. Well, I appreciate that, darling. I appreciate you a lot. Right, we've got another, if it ever loads. Biggest trender on Twitter right now.
Got another cup of tea.
Hang on, is it? Can you put my pizza in? Because I've not had no dinner, have I? I don't want to wait any later. Right, it's 55. I'm going to be going soon, guys. I don't want to be late because it's really late now. I went later tonight because I had quite a bit to do. So I'll only be doing a couple more, but this will be a regular slot now. Right, okay. We've got another couple of UFO sighting videos as well that I'm just waiting to load. I don't know if it ever will. Right, we've got some more stories to go. Oh, my neck's hurting. I need to higher up this laptop a little bit. But Al's walked off now. My neck's hurting looking down at it. Right, okay. We'll get some silly ones in, shall we? Now, do you remember when we had the GIMP problem? The man going around in a GIMP mask in Somerset. I can't say that either without sounding like I'm from there. Now we've got another GIMP person, but this time he's naked and he's got a GIMP mask on with a naked body. But yeah, we'll be trying to go a bit earlier on a Sunday, but I suppose it's bank holiday tomorrow, isn't it? Right, so panic in a little UK seaside town as a naked man in a GIMP mask stalks the streets. So they're back again, right? We've got one of these weirdos back. He was seen prowling around a village in a GIMP mask and trainers with no clothes. Police are now appealing to the public to help find him. So these stories now, they're silly. I think it might have been Starmer. You're probably spot on there. Looking for his Ukrainian little fanboys. No winky waving. We don't want any winky waving. You're right there. So, oh my God. I don't really want to ask, but is that what I think it is? Look, and you click on it, it comes up with GIMP man. Look. Did you see that? Look, GIMP man. Guys, I think that's his thing. If it is, they've not even like blurred it out. And if it is, it's rather large. Arm. So what's that? Oh my God, they've not blurred it out, guys. Sorry. I don't know. It's in the newspapers, so it must be that blurred out. It's not causing any concern. I don't know. The man was spotted on a Ring doorbell. So basically, right? I bet you do, Dave. This has happened over the years before. Okay, this is in Lancashire. This one. I don't know why these weird men think it's acceptable to walk around in GIMP masks, GIMP clothing, and they think it's their right to just wander around like that at night. Now, whether they are naked or in a GIMP suit, it is extremely distressing, and we don't want to see that shizness, okay? I guess he's proud of It's a hardened criminal, says Blackjack. Good one. I'm liking these jokes. So a manhunt. Now, this was on the 4th of August, so I'm going to see if there's an update in a minute, see if they've got him. A manhunt for a naked gimp man has been launched after he was caught on camera wandering through a sleepy village at night. Doorbell footage shows a man walking through the town of Lytham, is it? At around 12:50 a.m. on Friday, July the 18th. That was the night of my birthday, and all these shenanigans were going on when, yeah, it's mad to think that. So the police were opinion for information. It's concern. Imagine that though. You check, you ring. Oh blimey! You're checking your ring doorbell the next day to see if anything's got. Has it been set off overnight? Expecting to see the odd fox or something, and you turn it on, and you see this guy in what looks like a gimp mask or a balaclava. I do think he might have something in his pocket there. Oh no, he's naked. Interesting. I'm guessing they've not blurred it out because you can't see what it is, but I think we can all have an idea. The Daily Star, reported by the Daily Star, we are aware of a concerning video. There's actually a video of it circulating on social media of a naked male wearing a face mask walking around Lytham in the early hours of the morning. We need to find this video, guys, just for some research purposes. This occurred in the area of Westby Street, Cleveland Road and Bannister Street. We can confirm that this incident occurred on the 18th of July at 12:50 a.m. The incident was not initially reported to police and has only been brought to our attention after it was being viewed on Facebook. So the people that's seen it never even reported it. They posted it on the internet thinking it was hilarious. And somebody, hi Mike, let me just check it's you, mate. Hold on. Right, I've subbed with this channel, Mike. I wasn't subbed with this one. So these I've given you a wrench, bud. 51 likes. Can we get up to the nice 69, nice round number of 69? Who were misses? I've just checked. I've just subbed to you, mate. So, yeah, so basically the person, right, if that was me and I seen this on my doorbell footage, I would be reporting it. But no, these people just thought it was hilarious to do a video and circulate it. And then somebody has been offended by the video and reported it to police. Balmy. So the force added they are taking this matter seriously and the public should feel assured. The latest incident comes after a self-employed gardener, do you remember him? Also known as the Somerset Gimp, was banned from wearing his all-black gimp suit in public at night after causing terror in a small village. I think we had another one, didn't we? Yeah, another one. Joshua Hunt, 32, was convicted of being linked to 25. These people can't spell. That's supposed to be incidents, and they spelled it incidents. Does nobody these days, hi Lottie, does nobody proofread anything? Lytham, thank you. It's madness. He was convicted of 25 incidents, according to this Express newspaper, near the village of Bleeden in Weston-super-Mare. He terrified two female motorists in May 2023. I'm sure there's been another two since then. But yeah, it's some more stills of this. Look, so he's got trainers on. It looks like he's got socks on. Trainers, gimp man. Look, when you click on it, look. Can you see that? I don't know if it's too small for you guys. But when I click on him, it comes up with Gimp Man. I want to find the video for research purposes. Hunt was convicted of 2 offences under the Public Order Act of intentionally causing harassment. He was also made subject of a sexual risk order. I'm guessing he was given a sexual harm prevention order. I'm guessing, like somebody else. It's Lytham next to Blackpool. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lottie. Prevents him from wearing any type of mask or face covering unless for medical reasons. So hold on a sec. I want to get my hair clip. Where's my hair clip gone? I'm gone. I can never find anything when I want it. I just want to tie my hair back. It's so long now, you know. Yeah, so unless we have another pandemic, then he can't wear a mask. How can you imagine being banned from wearing a mask? That's madness. It could be at Tiger. Has he been seen around that area, Money Mike? During one incident, police were called to reports that a man wearing latex jumped out in front of a vehicle. But you know, the Somerset Gimp, there was another one last year as well. Let's have a look at these comments, guys, for shits and giggles. Thought Russell Brand was hiding in the US. Just another balaclava boy sleepwalking. Harmless local flasher or hordes of immigrants take your pick. Lol. A stint locked in a psychiatric hospital be a better deterrent. Talking about psychiatric hospitals, Smelly Man isn't. No, we've got Smelly Man on our street, right? And he's had the same clothes on forever, right? He wears the same clothes, and I'm not joking. The stench coming from this person is like, he hasn't changed his clothes in we've seen him around for 2 years now, nearly 2 years, since Al started walking Gizmo. Gizmo's 2, but we didn't get him till the end of the year. So we're looking at like 18 months we've had this encountered this person. And we call him Smelly Man because you can smell him. Like, he walked past me the day in town, and I said to Al, it reminded me of, like, if you could see the smell, it would be like a ball of like green, like smoke, if you can imagine, like if it was a cartoon and flies and that all around him. It reminds me of that. And he wanders around, and he seems the type to get his kit off, but then naturally I don't even want to go there. But he's just gives me that vibe. He wears all black. He wears black trousers, black shirt, the same clothes throughout all of summer, never changes them, never washes, the same. And he really freaks me out. And he seems the type to do this sort of stuff. I don't know how anyone can not be locked away, that is wandering around the streets at all hours. If you're walking your dog, he'll come up to you and start talking to you and try and start a conversation. He sits there in his porch, right? Listen to this, really creepy. He sits at his porch in the dark. So when I'm walking past, if I'm walking George of a night time, all I hear is hello, and it makes my heart stop. And I look round, and all I see is this shadowy figure in the doorway with a cigarette lit up. Really creepy. But yeah, Smelly Man, it just seems the type to do this sort of stuff. I don't know why people feel the need to wander around at night scaring people, especially scaring women, but it's bizarre. Some people may say it's their right to wear a gimp mask. He's not homeless. No, this is what I don't get. He has carers and that, but no one washes him. No one washes him. He's really creepy. He's I can't explain it, but he's always wanting to talk to us, and like George runs a mile from him, and he doesn't speak to me anymore because the last time I was quite rude to him. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, because he was going, oh, look at the stars. And I'm like, I don't want to have a conversation with you. I can smell you from over the road. But yeah, it just reminds me of someone, this is the sort of person that would do this sort of weird stuff. Like, people should not, men, especially smelly men and gimp masking men, should not be wandering around at night, in my opinion. Anyway, we've got a silly one here. We do like a bit of silly. We like a bit of everything, really. Joe Biden. Now, remember him? Apparently, he's been let out of his care home for the day. Don't you know? Just leave it in the box, please. I'll have it when I'm done. Oh, fucking hell! Scared the life out of me. Stepping on George's toys. Well, the gizmos as well, but George loves the toys more. So Joe Biden's been spotted, and they've allowed, talking about homes, they've allowed him out of his home. Yeah, if ever I'm abducted, guys, first suspicion would be Smelly Man. Smelly Man. Do you remember the Smelly Cat song from Friends? It reminds me. Right. So Joe Biden visits second ice cream store in 1 week. So it looks like Joe Biden has been spending his time, his retirement, eating ice cream. Now, who would have thought that he would have been even let out of the home? So known ice cream fiend and former US president went on a frozen treat spree. Oh my God, guys, this is definitely creepy news, isn't it? Look at that. What a so there's this person. I still can't believe that this person was president, but then we're going to look back in about 5 years hopefully and say, can't believe that Tutia Kia, who didn't smash any gangs, just smashed Ukrainian bumholes, he was president as well. Let me just try and get to these ads. Are pissing me off, man. Right, here we go. This is enough to give you nightmares, isn't it? Look. Hang on, look. Known ice cream lover. Look at him. Members of Biden's Secret Service team could be seen. I missed that then. Could be seen securing the shop. Yeah, look. You can see him over here, look. No, this guy's carers. This guy has different team of carers. He has an African bloke who's actually sits with him for hours on end. He just doesn't. His carers do come in, but he won't let them touch him. He sits outside with them, gassing on deck chairs for hours and hours on end. Honestly, so there you go. I bet he doesn't have to pay. Do you know what's crazy? Do you know what's crazy though, folks? Yeah, is that when he's left, he gets given all of that security for being a former president. It's madness, isn't it, when you think about it? But he shouldn't have security men. He should be in a care home. I don't know. I just don't think he should be there. But there you go. He's still wandering around. But hopefully in years and years and years, we'll be saying we can't believe that Keir Starmer was Prime Minister. Do you remember we've been following this loosely, this mushroom trial? You know, the lady who was accused in Australia of poisoning her, I think it was her ex-in-laws. Well, I don't know if you're aware, but she was found She was found guilty recently of murder. Really, this story is so bizarre. She found some of these death cap mushrooms and managed to poison her, I think it was her in-laws, and kill them. Ever so strange. Erin Patterson was found guilty of the murder of her parents' in-law and an aunt who died days after she served them beef Wellington for lunch. Now, she said it was all by accident. Yeah, and I love mushrooms as well. But Al hates them. So, I don't know who that is, but let's have a look at this clip.
It has been a case that's gripped Australia. It's had international attention as well. It is a family drama in a small country town in Victoria at the core of it.
There they are. Look.
Essentially, Erin Patterson was accused and now found guilty of killing her estranged husband's family. So this is her in-laws, Gail and Don Patterson, Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, and the attempted murder of Heather's husband, Ian Wilkinson. Now, Ian also ate the meal. He was gravely ill, but he survived. The meal, as you said, was a beef Wellington, as something that's had a lot of attention here in Australia. It was considered an unusual dish to try and prepare for people. The real question was, though, did she deliberately place these death cap mushrooms in the meal, or was it a tragic accident? Well, the court has found that it was deliberately placed. There were all sorts of lies and contradictions that came up during this very long court process. Erin Patterson had told her family that she had cancer. It turns out she didn't. She said that she didn't own a food dehydrator, but evidence later emerged that she had. And there were other unusual parts of the case, such as the fact that she had decided to make individual beef Wellington pies instead of one large log. And the prosecution said that that was so that she could control the meal and make sure that she didn't serve herself any of the laced beef Wellington pie. Also, another point that was brought up.
And she also made sure that her daughter didn't eat it. There was so much evidence against her, like the dehydrator that she would have used. And she made sure that her and her daughter never ate it. It's totally insane. This is something from an Agatha Christie book. It really is. I just can't believe that somebody in this day and age thought they could get away with killing people with mushrooms. I just find that balmy. Hello, Richard. How you doing, my friend? He says, did you see the strange story going around about ticks in Martha Vineyard area of the USA and some bull poop about the bites making people go allergic to meat? I didn't. I really didn't. But I will be covering things. I do want to look at Plum Island and ticks and stuff, because I think you guys will find that very, very intriguing, where they think that ticks actually came from there. It's really weird, and they were doing tests and stuff. And I've also been asked to do a little bit of digging on Theresa May's dad, who was a suspected serial killer, and a lot of you didn't actually know about that, which I found was interesting. But yeah, they've tried to wipe the internet, but some bits still got through. Right, we've got a couple of silly ones, and then we're going to end up, because I'm going to have something to eat now. I'm eating today. We have a seagull. I love seagulls, right? People think that seagulls are all the same. There's no such thing as a seagull. Each type is just a different type of gull. Your common ones are called herring gulls. But anyway, cheeky seagull caught in the act as pest snatches. They're not pests. Snatches an ornament from the windowsill. Now, Scarbados, which is up the road from me, has got some very large herring gulls, and they are cheeky, but I also like them. Dawn Humphrey, 61, from Scarbados, aka Scarborough, had the shock of her life last weekend when Stephen the Seagull, Stephen Seagal, yeah, I always call them Stephen, caused chaos by deciding to stick his beak inside her open window. People want them dead. They are so cute. They're just hungry. There's Steve there, look. He's hungry. He's looking for food. The thing what pisses me off, yeah, and I know people hate seagulls, but once upon a time, humans didn't live on the coast, yeah? So fishermen, it was always full of fishermen, and they would come and they would, take fish from there wasn't plenty to go round. But now humans have moved onto the coast and it's intensive fishing. They don't have that fisherman throwing them a piece of a bit of fish. So they're to survive, they're going to have to start taking bits of food. So before you say kill all the seagulls and they're annoying and they're flying rats, they're just hungry. They're birds trying to survive. Have a bit of empathy is all I'm saying. Humans are so unempathic now. It's always me. And you've got to think that these things have been here before us, most of them. And you're just hungry. Anyway, going back to this, Stephen was obviously hungry and he was looking for food, and he snatched an ornament from a very shocked care worker's windowsill in Scarbados. Stephen was captured in the act by a shocked homeowner. She said, we used to put a little bit of seed on the windowsill for the crows and stuff. And then the seagulls started coming. Now it keeps pecking on the window. My dog Lucy keeps barking at it. It's like chaos when it comes knocking on the window. So cute. The bird had previously stolen and eaten a sausage, which were left on the side near a window which was open due to the hot weather. Why would you leave a sausage on the side in hot weather anyway? Come on. There's little Stephen. Oh, look, there he is with the ornament. He's just looking for food. Hi. Yeah, that's a herring gull, that one. Despite the fright, Dawn seen the funny side. Dawn is no stranger to seagulls, having previously been the victim of an attack. In town, I bought a sausage roll from Coupland's, and one came from behind me with no warning and pinched my sausage roll, £1.50 worth. Scarborough has gained a reputation for increasing gull attacks as urban populations of the birds rise. Ah, look, he's just hungry, look. They've put a dedicated online portal for residents to report gull conflicts. The thing is, all they're going to do, right, is call them, which is a posh word for killing them. £15 tin chicken ornament that was bought as a gift by her son. This one, we hear a noise on the roof, whether it's been a roof a while or it's been coming back, but they know to come back wanting more food. Look, if you're going to put food out, then he's going to come in here and do, and you know, people can be cruel to them. We're not cruel to them. It's not doing any harm apart from my little chicken. We were laughing because we couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it when I came back as well to drag it about. Then it came back a third time and picked it up and rolled it down onto the floor below. I reckon it probably smashed then, didn't it? It's quite funny if you watch seagulls. Do some funny stuff. I'm going to end it there because it's 10:30. I think we'll go a bit earlier next time. What do you guys think? Seagull. I love seagulls. Save the sausages. Release the sausages. Yeah, I've not been doing much either. I've been doing quite a lot, to be honest, out and about and stuff. And we've had the skip, and we're still going through stuff, throwing stuff away even now, because we don't know we will be getting but we don't know when we're going to get the go ahead to move. So we've got to get everything ready. Sid, they nicked my chips, says Terry Knowles Band again. Good to see you, mate. I called you out early when you weren't even here. I'm so used to you being here. Anyway, I'm going to end it there because I've been going for over an hour, but I'm going to get off. But it's bank holiday tomorrow, so I might pop on. And me, Yvonne, love. Hedge pigs. What's a hedge pig? Do you mean a hedgehog? So, yeah, I'm going to end it there, but I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We can't go out. Right, we've got kickboxing. So, yeah, we won't be going out tomorrow. That's the last week, next week of the holidays, isn't it? A hedgehog. Yeah, they're amazing. Thank you very much, Saskia. I hope you've enjoyed it. There's still loads more stories I haven't got to cover. I'll keep them for next time. So please join me next time for the Curious News. It's going to be a Sunday. I'm probably going to move it back a bit to 8. And then quiz night will continue on Fridays on the Penny Bunny channel. We'll be doing Curious News on a Sunday on the Curious Bunny, and there'll be another stream in the week on the Curious Bunny. So keep a lookout for them. Thank you to our members. If anybody wants to join the membership, you can. Oh, hi, Ann City Farm. And thank you, Grace, for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're very informal here. We just like to have a little bit of a laugh as well, you know. Take care, love, and thank you to our members. If you want to join the membership, it's $2.99, but I've started a 99p level on this one. But the 99p level, you don't get entered into the draw. But if you're on the $2.99 level on either channel, hi Nikki, thanks darling for joining us, you'll get entered into the £10 gift card draw at the end of the month. So you can just hit the super chat button if you want to join. It's totally up to you. You don't have to. But everything's free. Yeah, and anything that does come in it really helps with all the animals, feeding all the animals, the wildlife, the bunnies and everything else. So massive thank you. And I might pop on tomorrow. We'll see Pens Pound Shop. And guys, if you want to help out, there is the wish list with all the animal stuff on. I'll drop it in the description in here after. So there's all like hedgehog food and bird food on there. We do feed a lot of wildlife. So we're always grateful if anybody wants to help the wildlife. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Night. God bless. Bye.